Alright, so this is a fairly simple circuit I've got put together here. The trick with a breadboard, or a proto board sometimes they're referred to, is that in a row, all these five are connected, all of these five are connected, all of these five are connected. Also, if you want to use the battery strips, the entire negative row on this side is connected and the entire positive row. If you want to use both sides, then you just use a jumper to connect the two negatives and the two positives. So right now, fairly straightforward little circuit. I've got my red, which typically refers to my positive, plugged into this row 25. I also have an orange, yellow resistor here, and the important thing to note with the colors is the third band is your place value. So orange, yellow. The yellow is the important one to me, which, if you want to think of it in terms of colors of the rainbow, the further or the closer to violet you get, the more zeros you're putting onto it. So, for example, if you think of red, orange, yellow, red is 2 zeros, orange is 3 zeros, yellow is 4 zeros. And so this would be 440,000 ohms with that yellow. To reduce it by 10, I would go down to an orange as the third band. To multiply it by 10, I go up to green as the third band. And I actually have one with the green third band in my fingers right here, which will show the difference. Alright, let's hook this up. So I've got from the red is connected to one side with resistors. They're non-polarized, so it doesn't matter which way I go. That goes into row 25 on the other side, which is a different row 25. That's connected to the long pin of my diode. Light emitting diode, and that's important because the long pin is the positive pin. Diodes only allow current to go in one direction. A light emitting diode is just an example of a diode. Here's another kind of diode. For the light emitting diode, the long one is the one that the positive goes to. For the component diode, you can see here, the one with that little colored stripe attached to it right there, where it's black, that would be your positive on a regular diode. The only difference between a light emitting diode and a regular diode is that a regular diode doesn't emit light. Alright, and then I've got the other pin right here, and so let's see what happens. So I'm going to take the red, hook that up to my positive, the blue, and hook that up to my negative. And I don't know if you can see it here with the lamp on, but that is switching on. Now I can switch this to a lower power simply by putting a bigger resistor there. So if I want to turn down that brightness, I would switch to a green as a third band. If I wanted to turn up that brightness, I'd switch to a red as the third band. Or sorry, an orange as the third band. So I'll go ahead and pull that out, put my green in here in its place, reconnect it, and sure enough, it does come back on, but you can hardly see the light that's coming out of that. Now that's an inconvenient way of doing it. In the next video, I'm going to use one of these, which is called a potentiometer. And that is going to essentially work as a variable resistor for me, so that I can turn the resistance up and down just by turning that center knob in the middle.